Hello, my name is Erica Galvan,
And I'm Erica Cordero.
and we're both currently seniors at University High School at Waco, Texas. This is our second year competing in topping, and for this year's competition, we wanted to focus our project on elementary level education, specifically earth and science.
Okay, so our board has 3 different interactive sections. Each one teaches the students about rotation and revolution, the order of the planets, and the lunar phases and its sequence. And all of these fall under the teaks of earth and science.
So on this side of the board is the first interactive lesson, which is the planet order, and we provided an acronym to help the students, to give the students a guidance to how the planets are supposed to go. So my very excellent mother just served us nachos is the acronym, and the way it works is that they look at the first letter of the acronym, and so M would be the first letter, and they come up and pick the letter. By the first letter of the planet, they go up and put it next to it. So Mercury would go with mine. Venus would go with V, with very. Earth is E, so it goes excellent. And then Mars would go with mother, because of the E. Now, this may cause some confusion with the students because there are 2 M's, but this also would be helpful for them to challenge them so that they would actually memorize the order of the planets. Okay, so on the second part of the lesson is rotation, and the definition of rotation is just to rotate around its axis, and that is exactly what the Earth does in outer space. So to demonstrate that, I would come up to the board and do this. So that is rotation, and the students will actually come up to the board as well and demonstrate it to us what rotation is, so that we can test their knowledge. And we could also ask them questions to keep them engaged, such as what happens every 24 hours and what causes day and night, which is rotation.
Okay, so moving on from that, this part of the board will also teach students about revolution. So what is revolution? Revolution is the Earth spinning on its axis while also going around the sun. So my partner Erica will show you how that would work if we had a student come up to show us what revolution would look like. So you can see her spinning the Earth while also moving it around the sun. And so to keep the students engaged as they're doing this, we'll ask them questions such as how long is one complete revolution, or because we are targeting elementary level students, we'll ask them questions such as why do we celebrate New Year's every December 31st? Because of revolution. The final interactive portion of our board is meant to show students about the lunar phases. So we place the Earth in the center with the different lunar phases moving around it. So the student would start with this one and would keep going. So the student would come up and they would grab a slip from here, which is the moon phases bank. And so I grabbed new moon and full moon. So I would come up, I would look for them. And so this is the full moon, and this is the new moon. And I would keep going until I complete all of it. And so we did it this way so that the students would come up and actually be able to identify what each one looks like. Okay, and so that they'll know that they're correct, we did include an answer key here, and it just has the picture of each phase and with the name on it, so that they'll know that they're doing it correctly. So to conclude our board, we think that this would benefit students who are both visual and kinesthetic learners because the board does allow the students to come up and move things around and put things in order. Also, it just gives students a hands-on learning experience.
So to add on to that, we wanted also this project to be very colorful because we are targeted elementary level students, and they are attracted to colorful things. So we did a black background in order to bring out the color of the planets. So because we wanted them to actually be attracted to here and actually want to come and learn.